mean, I get to carry everything too.
Previously on Birth Stories.
She said that after 12 hours, I really haven't gone into labor on my own. Chances are it's not gonna happen. So, disappointing, I can't have my home birth, I can't have my water birth.
I don't want to go to the hospital because of the drugs and the episiotomy, which they find to be something necessary, and I don't like that. That's my whole reason for picking a home birth. Plus the challenge that my sisters can do it and I can do it too.
Wendy may be 8 months pregnant, but she's also an opera singer, and there's always room for an audition, accompanied by her favorite pianist, her husband, Chris.
I started singing when I was 9. I took my first lesson and I came home and I announced that I was going to be an opera singer. And I've never changed my mind, but I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. It's a very, very difficult career to choose because there's very little security, there's tons of competition, very few spots, but I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it.
After I got my doctorate from Eastman, I came back to Vancouver and looking around for a job there, and sure enough, there was an opening in the classical department of sound and record band. So I went there with my resume and handed it to Wendy.
And my boss met him and he called me and he said, "I've met the perfect man for you." And then he set us up. So that's when we met, and then Chris gave me his card, you know, because in case I needed a pianist, and I called him up and asked him out.
Well done. That's nicely connected. Nicely, you know,
Thank
from
you.
top to bottom. It's really lovely.
Good, thank you.
Nice.
I love taking you everywhere. And people used to say, "Oh, is this your daughter?" Because we're 12 years apart. So they just assumed that I was the mom, I guess. Like, oh my God, no. Ugh.
Soon, Rosy will give birth to her first baby. Sister Michelle beat her to it. Her daughter, Jaylyn, is 1 month old. But Rosy's had more practice with babies. She was 12 years old when Michelle was born.
See, oh, look at that picture. She was just tiny. She's
That's us.
2. Me and Michelle when she's just
I
little.
still remember that outfit.
Both of them?
No, just mine.
I remember that outfit.
Now, basically, here's your baby, all right?
Linda and Kelly are members of the Wiccan Church, and their worship centers around nature.
Baby's heart rate.
They were hoping for a natural water birth at home, except Linda's waters broke.
Now, the decision was made to come into hospital because membranes had been ruptured for 10 hours at that point, no labor in sight. So the idea is to perhaps start a little sooner rather than later in order to have a baby a bit while she's still fresh.
Linda didn't pack a hospital bag.
That's why we're in the hospital. I was the one who said it was going to be born winter solstice, which is today.
Yep.
Actually, it's a celebration of the rebirth of the god. So it's sort of a birth on a birth, which is really kind of neat.
The sun god is born at this time of the year, goes through, gets stronger up until midsummer, and then he starts to wane and dies, and then is reborn again.
Once you have an ultrasound, when you don't see what you want to see, it's never the same again.
31 weeks and 1 day today.
A routine ultrasound, but Wendy's still nervous. She's had surgery to remove cancerous tissue from her cervix, and to make sure the cervix stays closed during the pregnancy, doctors have sutured it shut.
There's her eyes, and look at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's sticking her tongue out at us, saying, leave me alone, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, there she is. Oh, there is, a big yawn. Oh, dear me.
Oh, that was great.
Okay. Probably 36 weeks. Have your suture out at 36 weeks.
Right, and you
Have a
just do
baby
that
thing.
here.
We do that
Just
right
take
here.
it out.
Okay?
Okay.
So, and I'll plot her growth and show you that she's right on schedule.
Good.
All right?
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
you're doing very well.
That's what we want to hear.
All right.
Sorry.
Hold my hand.
Ow!
Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
What are you putting in there? Something sharp?
The doctor applies a gel that will start Linda's labor pains.
Breathe through it, Linda.
Okay, Linda.
Linda, just bend your legs, Linda. I know it hurts.
Put your bum back on the bed.
Linda.
I know. Ow! Yeah.
Okay, she's
okay.
about 50% effaced and 2 centimeters dilated, a little bit thick cervix. So I'm going to put 1 milligram in the, okay?
Yeah.
In there, and then I'm sure that's going to start the contractions right away, okay?
Linda,
But
breathe
we're
through
gonna do
it.
it? Or but what?
It hurts, that's all.
Yes, I know it hurts. But it's okay?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm sure I'm expecting it late tonight. Okay, sure, okay.
You okay?
Okay.
That really hurt.
Yes, it did. The problem a lot of the times is the cervix is behind the baby's head. And what she did is got the cervix and got her fingers into it. It's a matter of getting the cervix forward. And that's what labor does. And you haven't had any yet, right? There is a downside to rupturing your membranes before everything's in place, right?
I didn't do it on purpose.
No, I know that. You know, we'll have a talk with this baby when he comes out.
He's grounded.
Becoming a mother has been a very long ordeal for Wendy. A scrapbook commemorates her first child, Stillborn. That was after she'd already had to cope with an early stage of cervical cancer.
We decided to start trying to have a baby almost 4 years ago. And I went to the doctor because I had missed my period. So I was all hopeful. And instead of finding out that I was pregnant, they found adenocarcinoma in situ. And so as soon as you hear the word carcinoma, you think of cancer. So then I had to have surgery where they removed a section of the cervix called a LEAP procedure. And basically what they do is they cut a half moon into the cervix. My doctor was very hopeful that it wouldn't come back. He did say, though, that if it did come back, he would suggest a hysterectomy, which was very, very scary, because at that point I had a double time clock ticking. So when I first got pregnant, I was ecstatic. There was never, ever a moment when I thought the baby could die. Around 19 weeks, I felt in my pelvic region that I was opening. The next morning, they couldn't find a heartbeat. And there was no movement, there was no heartbeat, there was nothing. And it was amazing how many people we later found out who had similar stories. If you're pregnant, you should, only believe the best. And but once it's happened, you can never not think of all the possible things that could go wrong.
She'll drive me tomorrow then. I'll come tomorrow.
Rosy's midwives arrive for a checkup.
I can do this without instructions.
And what about back pain?
Yesterday was all day. Okay. So I pretty much was lying down a lot yesterday and on my back, but kind of like in a frog position because it helped the most.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay. How's your swelling in your hands and feet?
My hands are okay, but when I walk around too much, I definitely have swelling in my feet. But if I do put them up and I drink a lot, I'm okay. So I have to rest. And I will, I promise. Someday, sometime.
Gotten hungry.
No? Really?
This isn't nearly as much fun anymore, Kelly.
You think it's not fun now? Wait till those late night feedings.
That's all right. There won't be any pain involved with that, just sleep deprivation.
The gel gets a little help from an oxytocin drip.
Nice and easy.
And finally, Linda's labor has begun.
And relax. That's beautiful. That's great. See? Good job.
Boo.
Sorry, Blue's at home. You have to squeeze a little bit.
To the beginning.
A milestone in the long wait for baby. Wendy finally gets a baby shower.
Did you make this? No. No. The months after he died are the worst months of my life. We tried to get pregnant again right away. And there was a lot of guilt in that too, because we thought, okay, we're just trying to replace him, which we weren't. We just really wanted to have a baby, and we knew we had more time constraints than the average person. I'd like to thank you for all the beautiful gifts. They're gorgeous, and it's just amazing for me to finally have a baby shower, because it's been a very long, hard road that we've been on. And my mom and sister have been planning this for a long time, and they did an amazing job. And they have been, when I was it's just amazing today, you know, for me to celebrate her, and that she's coming, and that you could all be here for that. Thank you.
Right down. Come on, Linda.
Push.
That's push your baby. Big breath.
And again.
Chin on your chest and push into your body.
Push.
That's it. Come on, keep pushing. Keep pushing.
And again,
That's it.
and again,
And
and again.
Good. Come on. Move your baby down. Move your baby down. That's it. Move the baby down. Having a baby is like being stuck in a snowbank. Okay? You push. You think of it when you get your car. You go forward, you go back, you rock, get forward, you fall back, and then it's one point. You know that the next time you're going to get out of the snowbank. Okay? And that's kind of what it's like having a baby. You push, the baby slides back. You push, the baby slides back. And then it gets to a point and it doesn't slide back anymore. Okay? But at that point, the pressure is very overwhelming. And it's really burning at that point. It's like a ring of fire. And that's what you're going for. So you're going for more.
The massage will help to loosen up the muscles in the lower back. And again, the massage is geared towards pregnancy. So I'm not going to be opening anything that's not supposed to be opened yet.
Rosie gets a holistic massage from a therapist at the Native Birthing Center. She could use some relaxation.
You mentioned that you were drinking at least 2 liters of fluid.
Of water, for sure.
Of water. We really should increase that because your baby is using a lot of the fluid. The sac around the baby contains fluid. You know, your metabolisms are, you know, different than when you're not pregnant. So, you know, it's really important to get an adequate amount of water. Right. Yeah. Well, the yoga is actually working on another level. It's working on your spiritual, mental health as well. So those exercises are actually opening your energy centers. So you know, it's a more complete picture than just a regular exercise or a regular aquafit program.
Half the baby's head is out now. Come on.
Half the baby's head is out.
Yeah, come on.
There you go.
Close.
Come on. More.
Your baby's just sitting here. You want to feel that, Linda?
Support your leg, okay, Linda?
Put your hand down there. That's the top of your baby's head.
Okay, here's your towel.
There you go. That's it.
See, I knew you could do it.
Now you can do it.
Keep going.
There you go.
Come on.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming. He's
Keep
coming.
him coming. Keep him coming.
Come on,
A little bit more. Come on.
Chin on your chest, sweetie, and push into your bottom.
Bringing his hand with him.
Oh, you hear that? His hand's coming out too.
No, he's okay.
Get on your chest and push into your bottom.
Come on, Linda. More.
Push, sweetie.
it?
Yes, you can. Yes,
Linda,
you can.
bring your baby.
Do it,
Come
do
on.
it, do it.
Come on.
We're past the point of no return, Linda.
Come on,
You have to do
Linda.
it.
Come on.
Come on.
Once more, Linda. He's holding his cord.
There we go. Oh my God, is he ever big?
I did Come on.
You did it. 6.
Okay, come on, guys.
Oh, there we go.
Baby.
That's your leg.
The baby's fine.
Wow. Okay. Where am I cutting? Hang on, Linda. Watch your arms. Watch your hands.
Right between those two.
Watch, I don't want to get your fingers.
You won't get our fingers. Come on. It's tough. It's tough. There you go. Look at that. A true knot in the cord, and he was holding it. That's
Up, there you go. Here, lift the safe and feet.
I know. Okay, Mommy's got you. Mommy's got you.
So you up for this?
I'm all ready. I'm very excited. It feels like a huge milestone.
The suture that holds Wendy's cervix closed is removed today.
So I see my suture.
This is just a little freezing, okay?
You hear it?
Is it cold? Do you feel it?
No, this is
The sound effects. The things you go through in your life, right? Tell me if I hurt you.
Looks like it's uncomfortable. Okay?
Yeah, it's just holding the suture. That's probably what you're feeling.
Done.
Okay.
All right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
There you go. A stitch.
Wow.
Stitch in time.
Can you believe it?
Yeah. It didn't start to open when you took it off or anything.
No. Okay. I think that you have to file that under wishful thinking, I think, yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, the average is that you would go to term now.
Okay.
And a part of all that is that you should think of yourself as being absolutely normal. I'm not sure if you're still kind of living under the worry of prematurity or an incompetent cervix or all that kind of stuff. If you have been, I think strongly encourage you now to be like all the other term women, you know,
I'm really trying.
thinking about labor and you know, rubbing your back and you know, if things aren't right, we're always open. Triage, you know, triage, 7th floor. Any problems, come on in.
Okay. Good.
All right.
Okay.
Things are good, and then it's over with. You can go and have.
Yes, and then the new kind of worry starts, right? But we'll worry about that then.
Exactly. No, things I think couldn't be better. Things are
Okay,
good.
that's great.
It feels.
Rosy's labor has begun. She and partner Rob were hoping for a home birth, but the midwives are worried about Rosy's blood pressure.
Okay. Both of you? I don't want to break my water though.
We take your blood pressure, make sure it's not going up anymore. If it's, you know, if it still is, then we have to go in and be seen just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
Okay. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Can I lay here and do it?
Yes, definitely.
Corrections I need.
It's the same. They were really hurting though.
Keep that in mind, eh? Okay, it is going up a little bit more.
No. No. So I should get dressed and we should go.
Preparing to leave for the hospital. The high blood pressure during labor makes a home birth too risky.
Just in case. For the ride. Just the cream running shoes. Oh. 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 Oh.
I gotta go start the truck.
Okay.
Clean it off, take some of the stuff out.
8:14.
The solstice baby.
Yes, we do.
Maybe we should incorporate like a god name in his name somewhere.
Don't buy trouble, Linda.
No.
Logan Garrett Henry Horned.
That's a little glory. I'm gonna give him another blanket.
No, let Veronica hold him.
Are you going to go home? Or
Soon.
Are you going to stay a few hours? Or
I'll stay for a few hours and then go home.
Sure, okay. If no extra bleeding or anything, you can go. This is a big size baby. Drop the
The gods will bless you, little one.
It's okay. You go look at her.
How could they not? Mommy's got you. Yeah, Mommy's got you. Oh my God. Look at your nose. You have a cute nose. And you talk a lot just like Daddy. You know something? You were a tadpole inside of me when we first saw you on the picture. You were a tadpole and now you're a prince. Amazing how that works, eh? You totally skipped the frog part. Good job, well done.
All the risks are higher for twins, for everything.
Next time on Birth Stories.
So it's just kind of scary, you know, and you know, 2 babies at once, and you know, with my daughter who is, you know, great, but a real handful.
But they scared me so much because they told Rob that they said she's going for a C-section now. That like 50 people came in and took me away.
We've been together over 8 years now, and I think, you know, we're still in love, which is kind of cool, you know?